Hi, and welcome to my stream today, where I will be playing more of the Go Through Line events, which is called Fixed Point, and be absolutely astonished by the story of it. Yeah, I am back from my weekend off. It was very relaxing and neat. And now I'm ready to dive more back into the despair of things, though I haven't actually gotten into much of despair yet. I'm sure I still will. Actually, I've got to quickly do something. La-di-da. Don't mind me. Actually, that's rather be I need you. Dang it. You know what? I'm just gonna train Wellrod instant because I need her in the squad. And why not, really? That just means I can also train. I don't know. You're in an active squad, so I guess you. Yeah. And we'll go right back to the Riemann surface, where we have entered the map last time, and immediately decided, you know what? That's a map for next time. Because it's... yeah. The mission objective is to kill either these two back here, which I still don't quite know how I'll do. This one should be easy because I can just rush down this side. While this one back here should be relatively difficult because this guy right here is standing in the way. There's probably a way to do that. However, I don't know that way. Not at the moment. So we shall spawn some of our squads. Including the squad that the aforementioned uses Wildrod. Maybe a Sanguis squad as well, sure. Doesn't have outstanding firepower, but hey. Hi, Shady. Hope you're doing well today. The main two combat squads are going to be the first two. The AR squad and the rifle squad. That's for sure. Yeah. I need to... okay, now you're set to be on overlook over the entire map. Now that is annoying. Okay, that complicates things a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just let me, have my IWS absolutely nuke things, so yeah, this is great. Yeah, I'm very sorry that D&D didn't happen over the weekend, by the way, Shady, but yeah. I didn't exactly have time. There you go, that should be a decent first turn. I'm definitely gonna have to move some people the next turn. Specifically, this squad actually is not allowed to move where I told it to go. Because otherwise they're gonna be one tile away from certain death. You're fine. Yeah. I mean, I also have trouble getting sleep, but I still feel bad about it. So, I have 8 moves. There's something here. Okay, that's connected. That's good, actually. How many moves would it take you to get over here on the fastest route? Not that route. Any route but that. Okay, I can sneak you past here. In this turn, which is already good. That is already a good thing. Let's go for that. Actually, we can quickly check something. No, we can't affect the emitter on this turn. No, do not go through that unit. That is certain death. We don't exactly have anything with 19 million firepower, so let's just avoid that one. I think that's better for us, for our lives. Meanwhile, I need the other squad. Okay. We are being threatened by 19 million firepower, which is not exactly good. And that's not even the absolute truth here. Right, you can only teleport to different heliports. What does that buff mean? I don't remember what that means. Definitely can't leave you there. That's just 21k, that should be fine. Even if it's buffed. Blap, 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 blap. Very nice. So... no entry into this node. That's annoying. Oh, okay. I need to pull back from that node. I don't remember that. That might even still be too close. No, it's not. It should be fine. So, first things first. You're gonna charge right into this guy. Second thing, you're gonna charge right into this guy. And that should finish the mission, as long as both of them survive and, you know, live to tell the tale. There goes the first enemy that has to die. Very good. Now, I have to reiterate the fact that I'm playing this on normal difficulty because if I was to play these on hard difficulty for the stream, it would just mean that there's gonna be mostly no progress. Left, 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 left. There we go. We're getting through. And they're dead. There was some damage taken, but it's fine. There wasn't anything serious. And now this map should end, right? Yes, very good. I mean, living through 6 rounds would also be fine. That's not that bad. But yeah. Reflection. Kaboom. The dust thrown by the dust thrown out by the cannon fire blends with the fog floating through the black zone, obscuring the dolls from you. Son of a bitch! No, 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 no! Stop running around! Using the black dust cloud that fills the air for cover, Mona and the others steadily pull away from Narcissus. As she watches her enemy flee, Narcissus relentlessly deploys the floating blades around her. However, with no way to pinpoint the targets, the floating blades can do nothing but return empty-handed despite their power. God damn it! As it explodes in anger, and is just about to give chase when a Hall's voice calls out from behind her. Don't chase them, Narcissus. Who gave you permission to speak to me, trash? You have some nerve daring to speak after getting beaten up like that. Can you even call yourself a combat type? Are you trying to give me orders too? What gives you the right? Have a good night. Just take some risks. And yeah. That's not what I meant. It would take some time for them to recover from the damage they've sustained. Rather than hunting them down, we still have other things we need to do. Moridel, Big Sister Moridel needs you. She's been hurt very badly. Don't you want to see her soon? Asus tilts her head in contemplation. Perhaps Greg's word have swayed her, but she stops trying to set out after them. If it wasn't for Big Sis... Asus turns around with great annoyance and picks up Greg, grumbling as she heads back toward the outpost. She needs to find a new aircraft there. The only reason I'm doing this is because you brought Big Sis back. After roughly tilting the heavily wounded Greg onto her aircraft, Asus climbs into the cockpit. She glances in the direction where the dolls have fled, and the eyes flash once again with fury. Next time I'll slaughter every last one of you. Asus slams down a lever like she's taking anger out on it. Then she pilots the aircraft into the foggy sky. Elsewhere, after verifying that the enemy is pursuing them, Nitrogen and Farum have finally stopped the mad dash. Gage immediately starts repairing herself. That firepower was hard to handle. What kind of scary combat capability was that? She's also another one of those no-brain all-brawn fighters, so how come she's so much stronger? Yeah, hey, I understood that one! You're taking a shot at me, aren't you? Wait a minute, I'm not a fighter. Is everyone alright? I'm okay, just a little hurt. No big deal, it won't affect the mission. Hey, you lost the bunny ears on your head. Those are my signal tracers. They can disguise my signals when needed. When you passed the aircraft just now, I figured they'd use it to return to the hideout, so I put one inside. Then what about the other one? The other one, well, I had to take it off because of fashion reasons. Fashion reasons? Stop asking so many questions. The conference room channel broadcasts a hail tone again. This is an emergency contact signal? After quietly capturing the outpost, Ro and the UMP connect to the outpost database and search for info. The security system went down in one hit. They might as well be handing the info to us on the silver platter. I found the outpost layout map. Hang on. Examate and Ro begin connecting the lines on the map. The main lines originate from all the outposts, extending into the blank expanse. Eventually, the lines intersect. And the place where the most intersections is... Close now? We're very close to this point. Ro finger lands on that inky black point. Her voice trembles, but there's no way to tell if it's from excitement or nervousness. We'll go here. Ro and company follow the map to the intersection in the blank expanse. However, there's nothing there. No outposts, no other structures, no paradise. How come there's nothing here? X-Mate, did you make a mistake somewhere? That's impossible. Couldn't have made a mistake in my calculations. The group's anxious voices echo across the open plain. Could it be an underground base? Like that Poldiski sub-base? I doubt it. It's very difficult to perform deep excavation in terrain like this. Rose stomps the ground. The surface here is pretty much covered in hard bedrock. Should we search the surroundings? It's too open here. If the enemy passes by, we'll be forced into a disadvantageous battle. Let me contact Muna. What's up, sir? Just as Ro is about to make a call, she finds Sub squatting beside a green puddle. The water is darker than usual. Could be a difference in pollution levels. When you look at it from a different angle, the black stuff in the water moves too. Let me see. Just as Sub said, the color of the water in this area is definitely darker. But that's not because the water itself has changed, but because of what is reflected in it. Ro looks up. Seeing Ro's dramatic expression of utter shock, Sub looks up as well in confusion. And then... Whoa. Hey, thank you very much for the raid, Reki. Let me just give you a quick shout-out. I saw that you were playing Mahjong earlier. And me not knowing anything about Mahjong, I clicked on it. I was there for a moment, like... I don't know shit about this. But hi, I hope you had a great stream. I say, as I drop a bottle of iced tea. Though at least I didn't open the lid yet. How'd it go? Did you win? I hope you did. Stream was okay, got wrecked on Mahjong. Ah. Yeah, that's it happens, I guess. I still don't know how Mahjong works. Should learn, you'll need it for Yakuza. I mean, if I need it for Yakuza, then I'll learn in Yakuza, right? And maybe if I enjoy it, I'll play with you. If I don't, then I'll probably never touch it outside of Yakuza. We shall see. Yeah, it's nice that you had a good stream. And welcome, I'm TB. I play a lot of different games, and currently I'm playing Frontline, which is a mobile gacha-esque game. But also, there's a shitloads of story, and it's very good. Is there even tutorial for Yakuza? I don't know. I haven't played that much of Yakuza yet. I've played about 3.5 to 4 hours so far. So it's very hard to judge what there will be and what won't. I'll see when I get to it. Also, hello, Verta. Verta? Verta? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. I also used to raid with Reiki, which kind of stopped because of scheduling and personnel reasons. I didn't have enough players, namely. So ye. Eventually I'll get back into that, maybe. Hopefully. Though for the moment it's very difficult to even find time to play Final Fantasy. Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we'd love to get tea done at some point. Oh yeah, there's a lot of... Like, I love the visuals of the weapons that you get from all the ultimates. And the fights look interesting, but I haven't looked into any strats for any of them yet. So ye. But hey, you've arrived as we just found out that the enemy military base that is set in a nuclear wasteland that is absolutely uninhabitable by anyone and anything is in fact not on the ground or underground, but floating in the sky. Is it a myth? Or an urban legend, maybe? As adults direct their attention to the sky, they can see it part of a massive object that seems to be floating in the sky. It's a tower. Never mind, it's not floating, it's just a massive tower. A while ago, a friend woke me up frustrated at Mahjong's side story in Kiwami 2. Don't think that was a tutorial, judging from how he was playing. Ah. I'm not playing Kiwami 2, I'm starting with 0, and I hope that there will be. If there isn't, I'm gonna be very, very bad at it. Until somebody explains me how to play it. It should be entertaining. We shall see when we get to it. To be precise, it's a pair of black towers joined at the base. Hang on a minute. Are we saying, and I'm gonna go here without saying anything explicit. Are we saying that we are in a wasteland that is infested with green crystals glowing out of the base in Western Europe, while we are assaulting a massive black tower? Of unknown origins. What's this game about? You want the base version that people look at when they see the name of the game and the covers, or you want the actual story a little, like a hint of it. Because the base version is it's Girls Frontline, it's guns, but girls. That's the very basic thing that people look at from the outset. It's very basic. It doesn't really explain what's going on. If you want the actual explanation, it's a story of how a squad of specially modernized machines made to look like people, of which most of them are female because females are usually more trustworthy, blah blah blah, which used to be civilian models, so caretakers, teachers and the likes, have been requisitioned by a private military company to be modernized into military equipment to then be used as a force against cyborgs that are assaulting the humanity. One thing, stuff leads to things, and an elite squad of these dolls is trapped behind enemy lines, and you have to escort them out. It gets it's a story. It's something. It's very hard to explain in detail. Let me say it like that. Which is why I'm having the idea of playing through the entire story on stream eventually. Which will take a while. But yeah, there's a lot of characters. The character interactions are fun and great, and sometimes you get to learn characters that you absolutely hate. And sometimes you get to know characters that you absolutely adore. Like 45. 45 is great. Or Angie. Also, I'm very sorry about the music cutting out. It's a bug. They're floating high in the sky, in flagrant disregard of gravity, and the metallic-looking surface radiate an oppressive air even from this distance. Are they floating or are they not floating? The faint moonlight leaks out from between the two towers. Not even birds flying in the air would be visible against this light. It's so pretty. Subtu mutters as her awe mutters her awe as she gazes at the sight, which cannot be adequately described by the word miracle. Then, as though waking from a dream, Ro immediately sends out an emergency contact signal. Squad nitrogen is connected. Unable to contact the commander. Oh no. What's wrong? I can't contact the commander. Is Dandelion causing trouble again? Hang on, let me check. EMP verifies the network status in the comm system. Our connection to the outside world has been cut off, but the ANS conference room signal is currently stable. Mona, can you guys hear me? We've been here all this time, but what's that deal with losing contact with the commander? That sounds bad. Were we exposed? If we were exposed, I believe we'd have hundreds of Paradeus units after us by now. After we changing our plan? No, there. Are we changing our plan? I can't read. It would not be wise to go any further without leadership. Wait, don't panic. Rove holds silent for a while, then she turns to address the group and shakes her head. She meets Mona's gaze irresolutely. We're continuing the op. Yep, that's right. I'm not afraid of anything, but are you sure this is wise? If the commander doesn't know about the situation, then there won't be any rescue for us if something goes wrong. Paradise has chosen to activate their signal jamming now, which means we're very close to our destination, and that our presence is a threat to them. If we withdraw now, it's likely that we'll be intercepted by Paradise's forces. Also, if we want to enter this place again, we'll only end up having to pay a higher price for it. Besides, we were never going to get any support or rescue in this place anyway. Looks like we're destined to wake up in the repair tank after all. Might sound cruel, but we should all have expected this before we set out. I can feel your determination. We need to continue the mission. That's right. We don't have the luxury of multiple tries. Everything is riding on one big bet. The ANS conference channel falls silent as everyone ponders the implications of Rose's decision. Well, let's leave this talk of death and rescue aside for now. What bothers me is, how are you going to get up there? If we're going to continue the mission, we'll need a way to climb those towers, right? But they're floating in the air. Xmate points to the massive floating towers. They are rather far away from the ground, making them very difficult to scale. Also, the only thing connecting the towers to the ground are a few thick pipes. We'll just climb up then. There's tons of pipes anyway. I can't. Is that a power conduit? Things are going to be very bad if it gets wrecked while we're climbing it. A power conduit? Yeah, didn't Publisher accidentally cut one while she was operating a construction mech? So that was Papasha's doing. Did I say something wrong? Not at all, Chessmaster. Rose's eye suddenly lights up again, and she thumps Examate heavily on the shoulder. I know how to reach the towers. In Avernus main hall. Gray and Mario stumble inside, trailed by wisps of dirt that have been churned up by the air. Ah, Big Sister Gray, Big Sister Mario, you have returned. Anita greets them by the door. Her language is polite and deferential. Her tone is very placid. She grants the grievous injuries on their bodies and stands perfectly still. What are you doing here? I've just activated the signal jammer. Big Sister Nemron says it's the time to perform pest control. Nemron called you here? What's your name? I'm Ashley, Big Sister Mordor. Greg is still outside the tower. She needs help. Didn't you hear me? Don't worry, Grey. Nemron always has backup plans. Mordor's eyes flash with menace as she looks at Ashley. Allow me to send you to the repair room, Big Sister Mordor. Ashley comes forward to help Mordor up, but Mordor pushes her away. I want to see Father. What? I'm sorry, but I have not received orders to that effect. Tell Nemron. I saw that Big Sister. Only I can provide information regarding her. It doesn't matter if you don't understand what I'm saying, as long as you can relay my exact words. Remember, this is extremely important to Father. Please stand by. Ashley bows courteously, then leisurely turns around. Staring at Ashley's back, Mordor bites her lip nervously to keep her trembling body under control. She knows that her own life is now on the gambling table, and the winner takes all. And she has no choice but to go all in. Well. Chapter 4. Type Miller Space. The eyes have been opened. We know where to go. Are we going to jump back into... Nope. On the Enos conference room channel, the commander's terminal is on the recording mode. It's on recording mode. In the silent room, the subdued atmosphere makes it a little hard to breathe. All the adults are fully aware of the severity of the situation, and it is because of this that they are all silent. They are waiting for Ro. We can now be sure that a communications channel is with the outside world have been completely severed. There's no telling when they will be restored. Because we cannot contact the commanders at present, I have temporarily activated the recording mode on the commander's terminal. That way, when the commander can contact us, they'll be able to see our mission progress. The dolls look hopefully toward the monitor where the commander's face would normally appear. However, only a cold, unfeeling camera head is there staring back at them. Ro nods in the commander's direction, the same way she begins every meeting. Now then, Commander, the meeting has begun. Our mission will be divided into 6 phases. Returning the dolls' uneasy gazes, Ro calmly outlines the mission for them. Our forces on this mission can be divided into 3 types: support, decoy, and search teams. The first phase of the mission will involve finding the power plant. First, our support time will be Chessmaster. Present. We can only infiltrate the towers when we have cut the power supply. Otherwise, with the opposition fully prepared and ready, we will be spotted the moment we attempt to sneak in. Still, you also have to consider that there's no way they don't have a backup plan. Surely such a massive floating structure must have backup power supply. Yes, but the chaos caused by the initial power outage will be enough to cover for us. Hang on, am I the only one going? What if I can't do it? I'm an intellectual, you know. Scenario 1. You arrive and come to the conclusion that you can't do it. Report to us immediately. We will then proceed with the next phase of the operation. All you need to do is launch a feint to confuse them. Once we enter the towers, you may retreat. What about Scenario 2? You complete the mission, but realize that the enemy has a backup plan, or that they have pinned you down so thoroughly that you cannot retreat. In that case, withdrawal is your top priority. If you cannot do that, cause as much trouble for them as you can. In other words, Xmate will have to do everything she can do to draw Paraday's attention. That most certainly implies that she will be sacrificed. I'm sorry for giving you such a harsh mission. But in this operation, every one of us must risk our all. Faced with this order, Xmate simply grins. Oh, it's okay. Causing trouble is my stock and trade. Even if I can't figure out how to disable the power supply, I just have to chuck a dozen or two grenades and call it a day, right? Xmate laughs, but nobody follows up on a joke. Next phase. 2. Unicorn. Here. I don't need you to take part in direct combat, but you need to maintain the conference room signal. Technically speaking, Phase 2 does not follow Phase 1. They will proceed simultaneously. You will also be a support team. Now that we can't contact the commander, we need to at least make sure we can communicate among ourselves. Nothing is more important than this. If we lose contact during the operation, the mission is essentially a failure. No problem. Leave it to me. We'll be waiting here for you guys to come back. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rain your parade, but if Paradise finds an abnormal signal and patches into it, that's the reason why we're laying out the full plan right now. If it turns out that we can't communicate with each other for any reason, continue with the plan, but adapt the execution to fit the circumstances. You better pray that doesn't happen, because if it does, anything we do may very well be too little, too late. Considering how little fighting strength we have, once our raid is discovered, we are essentially lambs to the slaughter. Next is Phase 3, for which we will need a decoy team, Squad Ferrum. Ro looks at the two SF dolls and pauses briefly. Gager gazes silently at Ro. Then Architect lets out a knowing giggle. So we are trump cards then. Just give us the most important mission you have and we'll get it done. I need you to draw the fire and stand up in a stand-up fight. To be precise, I need you to climb the tower platform and cause a huge ruckus. You will fight countless Paradise forces, and there will be high-ranking Knights coming in to intercept you. And it's very likely there will be more than one of the latter. You are the squad with the greatest firepower in the entire team, which means you're the only ones who can complete this mission. Gager shoots Architect a glance. She looks like she wants to say something, but Architect speaks up before she can. So you want us to do a song and dance at the enemy's doorstep. That's what a trump cards ought to be doing. How about the time frame? How long do you need us to do this for? For as long as possible. That's because we know nothing about the tower's interior, and we don't know exactly where Angie is being held. We will search as quickly as we can, but I can't tell you exactly how much time we'll need. And once we can't hold out any longer, the Paradise forces that swarm back in will tear you all to itty-bitty pieces in an instant. Yes. Are you really willing to give me such an important task? Do you really have that much faith in me? Yes. You'd better do a good job. If you succeed, I'll let you rip my legs off after we go back. Ha! You better not regret those words then. Gager, would you mind keeping me company? Since you've already decided, I have no further questions. But let me lay out this one. Let me lay out this here. We can't get by with Spirit alone. If we can't handle it, then we can't. Period. In particular, the search party sneaking into the towers will be operating covertly, so you can't take the heat off of us. We can't possibly hold off all Paradise forces by ourselves. I know that, which is why during Phase 5, I will have people cause a disturbance at the eastern and western towers. That ought to ease the strain on you. Who will go? The commander's back up. They will take the eastern and western towers respectively. Well, I certainly look forward to that. Let's talk about Phase 4 first. We'll need a search team. Nitrogen. Present. Right now we've commandeered 3 aircrafts from the outpost, Sub 2 and I need 1. The remaining 2 will be for your use. With Squad Ferrum covering us, we will fly to the bridge on around level 30 or 40. That's when we will meet up again. I need you to help us with the search work. What if we fail to link up? Then we work separately. That's plan B for Phase 4. The worst case scenario if you can't extract from the bridge. In other words, plan C, where you will take the role of bait. Can you handle it? No problem. Mononauts with conviction. Worst comes to worst, we can help ease the burden on Squad Ferrum. Even so, we can't keep holding out forever. After all, we'll be in the belly of the beast. Plus, we need to safeguard the aircraft as a withdrawal route. I know, that's why I need the Unicorn to keep the conference room comms open. We don't know how much time we have. We need to treat every minute as we need to treat every minute we have as though it were our last. and then the final objective of the plan, in other words, Phase 0. Ensure Angelia's safety and bring her back to Berlin. Alright, let's assume the best happens and we find Angie and rescue her. How are we going to take her away? I was just about to get to that. As you can see, we are in a black zone. The cargo beds of the transport trucks have emergency radiation-isolated oxygen chambers. We need to use them to transport Angie, at least until we leave the black zone. Doing so will slow us down significantly. In other words, even if we do rescue her, we'll probably need someone to stay behind and cover a retreat. As long as we move fast enough and withdraw in good order, we might be able to receive backup when we leave this area. The enemies we face are going to be very hard to handle. As for enemies, according to information, there are currently 6 known high-ranking Nitos. They will be our main enemies, whether it's during the rescue or evacuation. I need to drink something. First up is the speedy one, the one called Grig. Let me just drink real quick, sorry. The speed and attack power are frankly unfair. Yes, the swordsmanship is excellent, but she's easy to deal with if you can find a way to bring the fight to her. High-speed movement is highly dependent on the terrain, and she has practically no range attack abilities. As long as you can limit the range of movement to pen her in, you can try to suppress her. What about Rabbit B and Grey? Rabbit B's primary combat method is electronic warfare. However, her high specs might be, she can't directly hack multiple units in rapid succession. If you can harass her with ranged weapons and distract her, she shouldn't be a problem. I should point out that I'm a pro at electronic warfare. As for Grey, her most obvious weakness is that she has almost no range combat capabilities. Her abilities are in the model of the pack for high-ranking Naito, so as long as you engage her appropriately and switch between explosives and long-range attacks, you should be able to defeat her in a straight fight. Mordo hardly bears mentioning, she's probably still being repaired. How do you fix a Naito? I'll scrap one for you next time, then you'll find out. Mordo is the leader of the high-ranking Naito, so there's little chance we'll fight her directly. Or rather, if we meet her, we should watch out for the one beside her. So the final problem is still... Narcissus. It's hard to tell where she'll show up. If she does, there's only one option. Which is... run. Judging by our previous confrontations, I can conclude that we have practically zero chance of beating Narcissus without M4 and Dandelion. Couldn't have picked a smarter choice. Huh? That's just 5 of them. Shouldn't there be one more? That one came from data provided from by another information source. They have one more high-ranking Naito among them, but practically nothing is known about her beyond the fact that she exists. This is just for reference, but if you encounter her, you'll need to be on highest alert. Understood. If any squad encounter enemies other than these 6, then they will immediately switch to a new objective. Collecting data on that Naito is the highest priority. Roger. We know next to nothing about the situation inside the tower, so even if we've drawn up this plan, we'll still need to be very flexible during the operation itself. It is very likely we will take losses here. Simply put, we have no time and no opportunity to come back and recover the course of anyone who is KIA. Therefore, please do your best to keep yourself safe, as long as it does not compromise the mission. Especially you, Sub 2. I'll be fine. 45. What is it? Our backup has arrived. We'll need to authorize them to access the ANS conference room. Understood. So, who are the newcomers? You'll find out in due time. You're not even going to tell me? That's the entire plan. Any questions? I think I already know, and I think they're going to be pissed. In a previous event, one that I didn't play, a certain squad of dolls has been entirely wiped out and destroyed. However, the cores were recovered. At least 2 of them. And they have been handed to us at the end of the last event, the one that I did play. And I think it might be them. The dolls study the plan in silence. Nobody asks any questions. Everyone simply waits quietly. Looks like everyone's okay. Let's allow Ro. Ro looks around the dolls, but she does not give the command to begin the operation. Hi, Artemis. Wait. Didn't you stream today? Oh, no, wait, it's Monday. Right. Hi. Let me just give you a quick shout-out, because I can. How are you doing today? Just lurking around. Yee. No, I just thought, like, you usually stream at the same time that I do, so I was really confused for a moment. But then I realized you don't stream on Mondays, so yee. Hope you're having a nice day. Taking a break from editing to play some Guild Wars. Ah. I've played that, like... I've played Guild Wars 2 for probably less than 10 hours. I got bored of it. Pretty quickly. I can see the doubts on your faces. I've already shut off the recording mode, so you may express them without reservation. I understand how you must feel. This mission is like nothing we've ever carried out before. Whether it's our target, the difficulty, or backup status, there's no doubt that it's incredibly risky and dangerous. Let me speak plainly. We are going out there to die. Bro. You must be wondering, why is that we have to die? Is the mission objective really worth all our deaths? But your professional upbringing won't let you say that. I have to admit, I've been thinking about why we need to sacrifice so many people to save a single agent. We would have much less of a burden to carry if all we had to do was explore the Dead Sea. That's right. If we could just abandon a fragile human being, then we could easily go in and out of the Dead Sea. So why then? Why do we have to stake everything we have to rescue a single human being? This is so Guild Wars 2. Ran out of time on FF, so getting your MMO fixed this way. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Not paying for the sub can be a burden for people, so yeah. I personally don't have that problem, but I do understand that some people do. So, yeah. I mean, I can't change that for you specifically. Wink, wink. But, yeah. I do hope you're enjoying your time, though. The doll took away, unable to answer. Very little was said about Angie, the objective of this mission in our briefing material. Allow me to fill you in on her. Angie. The best fucking woman in this entire game. Angie is, in fact, an ordinary human being. As an agent, she has been active in various theaters, doing her best to stop war and the power of the relics from falling into the hands of those with impure intentions. That is, because she knows that if the power of the relics is abused, the world will end up like the ground beneath her feet. The dolls look around them, at the nightmarish landscape of the Dead Sea. It is indeed a place where not even dolls, let alone humans, can survive. The first time I heard Angie's name was when she set off a dirty bomb right next to herself in order to stop a military plot. When I heard about that, I was shocked that she was still alive. But when humans are exposed to radiation at such close range, won't they... Rhino forces herself to swallow the words she is about to say. Yes, she was severely injured during the blast, but she hung in there and continued her mission. Her trail led from Talon to Pildiski submarine base and all the way to Germany. Despite countless run-ins with her death, her faith has never once wavered. I hope we'll get the chance to meet such a veteran in person. She's truly a fearless hero. She has tried to save the world all this time, and now is the time for us to save her. There are looks of respect on the dolls' faces. She's not the first hero to fight for freedom, and she will most definitely not be the last. She has given everything she has, and what she has done will never be made public. It'll be hidden under the dust of time. However, those who blaze the trail for freedom are not concerned with the thorns in the way. So we have to save her, and right now, only we can save her. That's right. Okay. Small thing here. If you view this specific segment from the point of view of someone that has never heard of Angie, and this is the first event of Girls Frontline that I play, this sounds pretty generic. Halabakasura. Today you learned that Angelia's name is Anna Victoria Zoid just by scrolling Twitter in your break. I see. I just call her Angie because Angie is best. But yeah, let me just say that In previous events where you actually have the story bits with Angie, she is legitimately a massive fucking badass. And absolutely one of the best characters in this entire game. Rose stops talking and silence descends once again. But unlike the confusion from before, the dolls have found the will to continue with the mission, more or less. Any questions? No. In that case, let us commence Operation Anus. Strange things that can happen when you follow artists with a shotgun approach. Just follow all the artists or what? Everyone, please take care. I sincerely hope that we'll live to tell the tale. Okay. Start the HQ. Berlin. So they can't cross. Yes, Director Evenstahl. That was what the General said. But the General said earlier that he would contact me once he reached Frankfurt. And I have things here that I need to report to him. My apologies, but the General has made this opinion clear. He is unable to respond to your calls at the moment, and he hopes that you will stay in Berlin for the time being. When the time is right, he will arrange for you to return to your business in Frankfurt. Understood. Click. The transmission ends. What happened on the plane? Why did the General suddenly change his mind and have to remain in Berlin for the time being? Get Kevin in here. Director, you called. I have a new job for you. Robbie puts a list of names she has just finished scribbling on the table and pushes it over to Jay. Jay takes it, a look of suspicion on his face, and gives it a quick once-over. Aren't these all key personnel of the Ministry of Defense? Look into the backgrounds, work in secrecy. Got it. With an nod, he puts the list away, then he looks up at Romy again, debating silently if he should speak. What's the matter? It's about the Dead Sea. It seems something has gone wrong over there. Should we send some support? That matter has already been concluded. Say what? Jay looks incredulous. Do you need me to repeat myself? Our mission is already over. See how the like follow repeat. Somebody posted a picture of a woman with long black hair covering her right eye and a cigarette in her mouth and offering a lighter to the viewer. It was captioned with only with Anna Tsoy. You're curious if she came from anywhere and were pretty surprised when your search led you to the IOP wiki. Ah. Yeah. Over. How can we be over? We just started feeling around the edges of the Dead Sea. The battle has only just begun. For us, it is over. Rami calmly returns to her subordinate's gaze. I see. So from the beginning, this is as far as we needed to go, is that it? Romy does not answer Jay's question. She simply leans back into her chair. There's no way the commander squad will be able to leave in one piece without our help. That's the commander's problem. We're allies. Isn't this a form of betrayal? There's only one thing you can't betray, Agent J. That would be the Stasi. We and the commander were simply using each other, and now the time has come to draw our nets. Don't throw tantrums like a child. Good day. Jay resists the urge to slam the door and leaves the office with as much politeness as he can muster. And the pick was very straight, though. You guess that's why you failed to recognize that? Probably. Probably. After leaving Romy's line of sight, Jay viciously throws the documents down on the table, startling Kay, who was sitting beside him. What's gone into you? How about the backup for the commander? That old hack denied it. She was going about how we were both using each other. If she's going to order people around, then why doesn't... Did she ask us to terminate the operation? Huh? What? Or did she ask the commander to terminate the operation? No, actually... Good. Okay, let some of the tension flow out of him. Wait, what do you mean? Officially, support has been denied, but civilian backup from unknown origins is not similarly restricted. Wait a minute, so you're saying... Case Martin picks up his folder, then strides out of the office. Hey, wait. Inside the temporary safe house. Commander. You barely know Kay, but you like him already? I missed an event where he was apparently a very key person. I'm just waiting for those events to be added into the pool of replayable events, because I haven't played 2 of them. 2 events is all I missed. And I want to play them. Have comms been restored on Mr. Kruger's side? No, it's Agent K. SDR hands the command tablet to the commander. I hope this is good news. Our work has gone very well. Mr. Kruger will be released soon. Thank you for letting me know. Don't sweat it, it's the least I could do. K gazes at the commander and falls silent for a while. Contact me if you need further assistance. Yeah, thanks. The call ends. The commander looks at the tablet in their hands and frowns. But then they think about the outcome that has already been decided, and they breathe a sigh of relief. Inside the Earl's room, the Earl is sitting on his chair, quietly drinking the cup of tea he's holding. The new email alert breaks the silence. Looks like they've made a bit of progress at last. The Earl puts on his teacup and reads the email, paying attention to the sender's address. The spider has returned, but she walked out of his room alive and gained an opportunity for promotion. So those who fail in Paradeus can also avoid the death sentence, huh? The exact reason is related to a girl named Lunasia. The Earl's eyebrows rise. He scrolls down the page eagerly, but there's no more content in the email. After removing all traces of it, the Earl picks up his cup again. I wonder what kind of tea the Earl might be drinking. I will not go into that joke. I will not. It's too easy, and you're setting it up on purpose. I do, however, need to drink something. After removing all traces of it, the Earl picks his cup up again. His eyes narrow as he thinks back on the distant past. Does so happen to be a favorite tea. Well, yeah, Lunasia. If I remember correctly, I think Lunasia was his daughter. Just saying. Which has then been, killed, used for an experiment, revived into a cyborg monster. Yeah. Ascent. On the brink of death, Morador lies on the surgical table, holding her breath and not daring to make a sound. At least, not until that man speaks. A clean, slender hand takes hold of a somewhat dated record player, then guides the needle onto the surface of a vinyl record. Well, that's a shitty thing to do. Oh, he didn't do it himself. Somebody else killed his daughter, abducted her, experimented on her, and made her into a cyborg monster. So yeah. Your statement stands. It does. However, it's slightly different from what you, I think, first expected. I don't know, though. Shortly after, elegant flowing music breaks the silence, filling the air all around and echoing in the confined space. Those long, slender fingers are now grasping a surgical scalpel firmly, its translucent blade gleaming in the light. Father? Shh. The man presses his index finger to his lips, cutting off Morador's voice with some dissatisfaction. The keen edge travels back and forth before Morador, reflecting the light into her eyes before she can, and she can't help but feel a slight chill. The scalpel's edge is as thin as a cicada's wing. It slices open her skin, and amidst the cool sensation, she can feel warm flesh and blood throwing down her cheeks. You didn't expect him to experiment on his daughter. Fathers usually are more protective, unless they're obsessed with chimeras. There are some really weird people in fiction, just saying. Also, this man is one of them. Nemron says, you claim to have something important to report. The man's voice is very quiet, as though he was doing, though what he was doing was a gentle, loving caress. You know what? That I hate wasting time. Moira swallows reflexively. She knows very well that making this request is a huge gamble, but at the same time, she's certain that it will pay off. Lunasia. The sharp blade halts on Moira's cheek. The wound from earlier keeps gushing blood, but none of it touches the scalpel. Where did you learn that name from? I saw her in person, father. Moira forces her fear and keeps the quavering from her voice. Please, give me a chance. Moira musters the last of her strength and connects to the room's holographic projector. It is a familiar garden. Two indistinct figures sit side by side. You really do like this garden very much, considering how you come here to keep me company every day. My apologies. If only I wasn't so weak and feeble. You still have your own research, right? You don't need to keep worrying about me. Go and do what you want to do. We're simply taking shelter here for a while. Once the storm passes, father will surely bring us back. A resounding slap lands on Moira's cheek, forcing her to stop her simulation. This is not something you should see. Moira dares not to move. Because the edge of that could take her life at any moment is not pressed against her throat. Blood keeps flowing, drop by drop. Of course not, father. Though she sounded confident enough in front of Grey, right now the anxiety she feels is choking her. Her life, or perhaps her death, is entirely at the whim of the person before her. I've had the honor of speaking to her more than once. Sister. The man mutters quietly, unconsciously letting go of Moira's face. His brain seems to be working rapidly, and multiple expressions cross his face in a short span of time. Is she still there? As she looks at the savage joy on the man's face, Moira takes a deep breath to help preserve her calm. She has already left, but I know how to see her again. Before his face can turn gloomy, she hastily adds that last line. The man violently grabs Moira by the head and stares her dead in the eyes. She holds her breath once again, meeting his gaze without flinching. After a brief moment of silence, the man slowly lets go. Make sure no one else learns of this. Of course. I understand, father. Good. The man turns around and glances at the White Knight behind them. Send it to the modification chamber. I'll be there in a few minutes. Be on it. I have not performed the procedure myself in a long time. Thank you, father. Moira is almost dragged out of the room by the Knighter. The head droops weakly, and strands of her hair obscure her face. Nobody can see her smile. If that's your wish, I can fulfill it. Moira closes her eyes, and in the darkness she sees M4 smiling at her, her face full of pity. This is the last place. After turning off the offline map in her hands, Xmate carefully severs the security circuits in the power distributor before her. Holding her little knife in her teeth, she sticks the bomb onto the device. Miss Persica's amazing. Still, I didn't think this offline map could actually simulate the layout of the power plant. Also, if one thinks about it, it would be practically impossible for her as a single individual to paralyze an entire power plant. Yet the pulse bombs provided by Persica have made the impossible possible. As the patrolling footsteps draw close, Xmate pulls her entire body behind cover. Behind her, the white troopers and their accompanying Knighter march primely down the patrol route. Xmate watches their backs nervously until they vanish completely from view. Only then does she dare stick her head out. I'd been dead if they found me. The security at the power plant is tighter than the issue imagined. She briefly glances downward. There are less than 5 minutes until the detonation of the first bomb she planted. Chess Master here. The mission will be completed in 5 minutes. Over. Umbrella copies. Right, that's taken care of. Xmate takes a deep breath. The detonation is only the beginning. She's going to make this place the world's messiest battlefield, and she stands her ground on for as long as she can. This game of chess will be a masterpiece. In Averna's main hall. Ethereal singing fills the air. Threw me the way into the city of miserable melancholy. Threw me the way into the tower of utmost delight. Threw me the way into the doomed masses. Two suns, each illuminating a path. The path of the mundane world, and the path of the merciful Father. Sanctum turned into the devil's pit, the scales into an altar, drenched in the sinner's blood. Each fury with their nails was tearing at the breast. They smote them with their hands, and cried so loud. When halfway through the journey of our life, through this heaven and hell we are led. Thou wast made before I am unmade. The anguish thou art in perchance withdraws thee from my memory. We shall be together in neither heaven nor hell, neither cursed nor redeemed. I did not die, nor yet I remained alive. The immersed knights gather around the faint light pouring on that fiendish-looking statue, led by Nemran, their voice blends into a chorus. Even the maniacal, thoughtless Narcissus is quiet and subdued here. This is an occasion when no disturbances or disruptions is permitted. As the gathered Nightos pray, Nemran lifts her head slightly toward the spiral staircase above her. Mordor is there, covered in blood, being helped up its steps by a pair of Nightos. Looks like she survived. Father is truly merciful. Nemran looks away from them and gazes thoughtfully at the statue before her. Today, the headless goddess points towards the light, just like every other day. Merciful Father, bring us... Snap. Suddenly, an ominous humming interrupts the prayer. The black and white Nightos rise to their feet one after the other, looking around at their surroundings, which have been deprived of their illumination for some unknown reason. An alert? What happened? It's a power station. Big sisters. Intruders have appeared on the platform. Narcissus. Good, good. I was getting bored of this anyway. Upon receiving Nemran's go-ahead, the already antsy Narcissus takes off her mask to reveal that crazed look on her face before she runs out of the main hall. After a brief warning chime, the backup power supply kicks in and the hall returns to its original state. Do not worry. Nemran's quiet command instantly quells the uneasy Nightos. This was expected. Were you hoping that these bothersome flies would do nothing but buzz around before your eyes? I detect 14 doors before this. The one at the power plant is... In an instant, the data on the tactical door XM8 enters All Might's virtual cognition images. From her model number to her imprinted weapon, her tactical inclinations and her service history, that's all there. There's no need to panic. She is merely a capering clown. Nemran glances at the Nighto next to her casually and beckons at her. The white Nighto obediently steps up. The backup power supply will last 1 hour. It is more than enough to eliminate the stall. Send your people over. Yes, it shall be done. Also, once it's done, eliminate all the personnel involved and have them replaced. We do not keep failures here. Yes. I will take responsibility for handling this matter. Of course you will. Nemran looks disdainfully at Grey. As for the other units, report to me immediately once the battle begins. I will be sharing information in real time. Nemran looks around at everyone. Leave only one survivor. As for the rest, kill them all. Understood. Got it. This may be your last chance, Grey. Cherish it. Grey closes her eyes. In the darkness before her is Greg, so pale that she is nearly translucent, lying in the repair tank. Greg. She mutters to herself as she leaves the hall. How sad. As for the rest of you, resume your prayers. Did anyone say you could stop? At Nemran's command, the low-ranking knights who did not receive any orders returned to their places hastily. And on the tower platform not far from this place, the curtains rise on a bloody massacre. On the tower platform, Avernus. The Hollow Nightos pace out the patrol route like marionettes. How many aircrafts were there in the captured outpost? We're taking stock now, but there were at least 6 of them. However, some of them were destroyed. We can't sync our information at the moment. Do you think the intruders will enter the towers? How likely do you think it is that people willingly go to their deaths. There's a hint of disdain in the White Knight's voice. It would obviously save us the effort of finding them if they come walking in themselves. The secret of Avernus must never be revealed. Even if they did not come, our sisters would not permit them to leave with our secrets. The Black Knight will nods in understanding. Have you finished your patrol? Yes, this is the 327th one today. No abnormalities found. Then... The White Knight nods. Then just as she is about to turn and leave... A hand suddenly reaches out from behind the edge of the platform like an earthbound spirit, closing around the Black Knight's ankle. Before she can cry out, she is forcefully flung off the platform into an abyss. The White Knight witnesses the whole thing, but just as she is about to cry out... There's a flash of dazzling white, and a pillar of light rises from below, instantly piercing her throat. She tumbles to the side, like a puppet whose strings have been cut, and falls from the platform. Right after that, two girls in black haul themselves up from the edge of the platform. We've reached the platform. Man, I'm beat. How come they get the aircraft while we have to climb up all the way? Cut the crap, it's time to work. Yep, you're right. Architect grins as she loads the cannon she's holding. Prepare to Unicorn, we've reached the platform. Preparing to fire! We're under attack! The knight is patrolling the platform are suddenly under attack. In a panic, they try to counter-attack, but are promptly shredded by the heavy bombardment of ordnance from above. Unicorn copies. Oh, you piece of work. Don't just start shooting before I even send an acknowledgement. Enemies at 1 o'clock have all been eliminated. Yay! What a difference does it make? It all ends up the same anyway. Get back behind cover. The ferocious fire abates, and the nimble figures roll behind the transport truck they're using for cover. Amidst the glow of explosions, they stand back to back, holding a cannon and a gunbow, respectively. Oh well, not like it's a bad thing. Umbrella and Nitrogen have begun their infiltration. Hang in there. No problem. I guarantee all eyes will be on us. Don't get careless. After their initial panic, the Paradise have also responded quickly and immediately saw the two intruders. However, even in the face of so many enemies, the Laughing Doll and a grim-faced partner simply raise their weapons and generously baptize their opponents in flames. Start by taking out the heavy weapons on the platforms. All we can count on here is a firepower advantage. Got it? Architect licks her lips and lifts a cannon. After a round of fire, she takes aim again, but not at the enemy or the aircrafts. Instead, gunbow because bowgun would get them in trouble with Capcom. Possible. Possible. Okay, what's she shooting at then? Where the hell are you shooting? At the tower entrance, of course. Take that out first, and the reinforcements won't be able to get it out here so easily. Before Gauger can object, Architect's bombardment has already collapsed the passage that was originally meant for transport trucks. The white troops and knights who couldn't flee in time have been buried under the metal and rubble. That should buy us at least another 5 minutes, right? You... This is Ferrum. No high-ranking knight is sighted on the platform. Unicorn copies. Don't lower your guard. They should have aircraft inside the towers. Reinforcements should be arriving soon. Which high-ranking knight do you think will show up? If it's Greg or Grey, we can handle them. Round B is even less of an issue. We're not so weak that electronic disruption would cripple us. Then I hope you don't draw the worst card. They'll be fine. I've always been confident in my luck. Besides, even if they come from above, I'll shoot them down before they land. About that luck. A sound that is 100 times louder than Architect's shells shakes them so hard that even their comms emit the sound of electrical static and protest. Ugh. Fair, what happened? A powerful explosion sweeps the parts away, the parts of twisted steel and debris in front of the passage. The flying metal sheets and rocks crush the white forces and Nitros in front of Architect and Gauger. Not even in their wildest dreams did they expect to be attacked from behind while they were focused on dealing with the enemy. But this is not a planned ambush. It is merely her kicking a bothersome obstacle out of the way. Squad Ferrum has encountered a high-ranking Naito. can gamble reload at the same time, and the dolls turn to face her with a grave look on their faces. How do they respond soon? Who is it? Is it Grey or Big? Grey or Brown or B? It stinks. It stinks of intruders. The petite Nitro lies leisurely strolling down the slope from the tower entrance, surveys the ragged battlefield before her. In the end, her murderous gaze turns toward the two of the SF dolls standing side by side. Is it you? Are you the maggots who dared disturb Big Sister's rest? It's Narcissus. Well, well, well. It's time to try to deal with Narcissus again. Is it going to be 19 million again? Hang on, let me just zoom out. Where is she? Okay, that's already a 400,000 right there. That's another 400,000 right there. That's a... I mean, it's lower than before. It's only 999,999. Could be worse. Oh, boy. Alright. Alright. So, combat summary. What do we have to do here? We have to activate the control hub. If Architect retreats, we lose. Losing no more than 9 echelons, or repairing no more than 9... what? Okay, so I have to... It doesn't even matter if I defeat enemies. I just have to not lose 9 echelons, or repair 9 echelons. However, I am seeing here there's a direct connection between Architect and our friend here. I don't get to spawn anything. Click the button on the battlefield description panel, okay. The central mainframe stage is locked by 4 passcode panels. Okay. Make sure the control panels bearing the same name are showing the same passcode to unlock the central mainframe. Okay. What? How is Architect even gonna survive? One, 0, 1 is up there. So it's obvious that we're supposed to go here. Okay. Change to 0. Ah, okay. So that means I also have to change the one up there to 0 then. Is that it? There's only really one path I can take here. There's no direct connection here. This guy is patrolling between those 3 tiles. This guy is random, which is even worse. I'm not getting to spawn anything. That's pretty much well thought. Okay. $97,980. Well, that's a bad idea. This enemy looks like it's... I see. Okay. High threat commands. I don't know what that means, genuinely. Sure, let's just go with this move and see if that works out for now. Actually, are these connected? These are connected. Okay. It might have been better if I went straight into this guy. Because even though Architect is... yeah, I think we're gonna do that. This one's alerted in this area, which is annoying. This one's alerted in all of this area. That's also annoying. Let's see if Alchemist can handle these enemies. The good thing is that I can skip the cutscenes. Alright. Honestly, the unit in front is just kind of not that useful. I need that one to show 0. But I also... This echelon cannot be repaired. Now that's annoying. Hang on. I'll switch these two out, though it's only really... Nope, that's not what I want to do there. I want to go into planning mode. Oh, that's a direct connection between the two. I didn't see that. Did not see that. Let's just move these units a little bit. To, You're alerted for the whole map, aren't you? Yes, you are. You are alerted for that section specifically. Which means that you are currently alerted to the Mantis. There's not a lot of room for error here. Hold up. How did you even get there? Yo, that's cheating. Okay, sure. She can pass over to every node. Alright then. That's significantly annoying. Ah. Can't use that route right now. I need to wait until Narcissus is not there anymore. Or I change my approach. Or I change my approach. Because the top right seems to be fairly annoying to deal with. Architect is great. Bang. Okay. The approach that we're going for now is that we're going to switch everything to 1. Because the top right is annoying to get to. Thus, we will just not go to the top right. It's quite simple, really. Change to 1. I need to quickly check that the Architect is actually safe where she is, and she is absolutely not. She can also cheat. What do you mean you can pass between those 2 nodes? There's no path. Change to 1. Activation successful. You may begin decryption. Now the question is, does decryption take more than 1 turn? And if it does... how do we deal with that? Okay, I think this unit can't cheat. No, they can't. They can go through here. That is annoying. Back down here. That should unalert this guy. Never mind. He's alerted to that town, but not this one. Well, this one is alerted to those stars over there. So I need to move you 1 to the right, so that this guy isn't alerted anymore, which is then fine. Now can I just, you can also go through there. Hang on. Okay. Can move you down here. That should put you at that should put you into safety for a few turns. Now the question is, will Narcissus go after Architect, or will she go after the one down here? If she goes after the one down here, everything is fine and I can go for this thing. If she goes after Architect, I'm gonna have to improvise. And I think that she might go after Alchemist because she's closer. Yeah. Yeah. Now that is annoying. Does that one have to be turned on all the time? It might. Okay. I have 5 moves per turn. So, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should work. However, yeah. Okay. This is okay. We can do this. Depending entirely on where Narcissus goes. Because if she goes into a spot where I don't want her to be, that will entirely block my plan. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Turn this thing back up. Yep, that's what I thought. Landing modes, over here. What do you mean -1? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Turning the damn thing on takes a turn! Okay, we can still do this. This is all fine. Okay. If Narcissus goes up, we're good. If Narcissus goes left, we're not. Damn it. Oh, wait, nope. That guy was patrolling to the right. We're actually fine. Okay. No, no, no. Don't go through Narcissus. You absolute maniac. Oh, they captured a heliport. That's why we have less moves now. Crack this facility. There we go. Okay, it's an instant thing. That's very good. That's very good. Alright. Incursion. In the Dead Sea. Chessmaster's mission is complete. The decoy team has already begun operations. We'll help squat nitrogen. Got it. Roll. Chessmaster to Umbrella. Umbrella copies. Don't panic. What happens? Whoa, you're even leaving aftermages behind. I cut the power, but I'm also completely surrounded. Fall back immediately. There's no escape for me. They know all my escape routes, so I'm trapped in here. What? Are we going to help out? No need for that, so I'll think of something. Anyway, quit interrupting me. I have something urgent to report. Go ahead. Listen up, Umbrella. I failed my mission. There's a backup power supply, and it can keep going for another hour. In other words, even though you succeeded at your demolition, the tower still remained functional for an hour. Not only that, the bombs I used had limited destructive power, so they fixed up the damage I did soon. What should we do, Ro? We need to speed up. We've got less time than we expected. I know. The search teams will be heading out right away. Chessmaster, you. I'll stay here and keep trying to break stuff. And at the very least, I can disrupt the repair process. Though I probably won't be able to hold out for an hour. But what about you? Relax, I won't go down so easily. Understood. Bro. With that, Chessmaster goes silent. Given the noise coming from her ends, it's obvious that she's having a hard fight. No way. Even if she does manage to delay them for an hour, we can't possibly search 2 towers during that time. Exterminator's completed a mission. It's our turn now. But we don't know a single thing about the inside of the towers. How do we know which one we should look in? We'll just have to take a chance. What? If I said that on a normal day, you'd be scolding me for that. We have no other choice. Is there really nothing else we can do except eeny, meeny, miny, mo? That's right, it's up to. Luck is also an important factor in victory. Starting to get a little nervous. Take your pick then. As they wait, the other dolls are so nervous in the neuro clouds are about to stall out. Ro looks up at the imposing twin towers and starts rapidly contemplating the possibilities. After mulling over the odds over and over again, her hand points towards... I'm going with that one. Using the distraction created by Ferrum and Chessmaster, Umbrella enters the interior of a furnace on an aircraft. Umbrella is in position. How are things on your end, Ferrum? Sounds like they're making a lot of noise over there. After a brief silence, a frantic transmission from UMP-9 comes through the Anus conference room channel. Bad news, Squad Ferrum ran into Narcissus. What? Retreat immediately, Ferrum. You can't take in a straight fight. Kinda wanted to do that, but if we withdraw now... Architect's voice is interrupted by an explosion. Umbrella, nitrogen. How much longer do you need? Umbrella's landed. Nitrogen is still on the way. We need at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Squad Griffin falter. They only managed to stall it for 5 minutes, and they gave their lives for that. Are you freaking kidding me? Architect, look out. Fair. We're fine. Architect is starting to sound a little ragged. 2 minutes, yeah? 1 minute and 30 seconds now. How about giving up? You might be able to make it if you pull back now. Don't worry about me. If we pull back now and Narcissus goes back inside the tower, you'll all be wiped out in minutes. Obviously, only aces like us could handle an important mission like delaying, huh? Hell, forget the minutes. I'll hold up for 10 minutes just to show you. Fair. His spirit is admirable, but... That's Bramid B. The poor things. Mine? Oh no. Roll, kick out. What happened? Don't ask, hurry. Finally realized it. How sad. System notice. UMP9 has been kicked offline. 9. UMP45 turns her eyes back to reality and looks at UMP9 standing before her. Her body is twitching uncontrollably, and when Ro kicks her offline, she promptly collapses. 45, she's visibly in pain. She's been hacked. Our plan's been exposed. UMP45 gathers UMP9's arms with a fierce scowl. Her eyes are filled with hatred for her opponent on the other end of the connection. In other words, this infiltration isn't an infiltration anymore. No, we still have some room for error. Explain yourself, so I'm going to get mad. There are 2 more members. They haven't been exposed yet. Are you sure they'll be useful? I am. Rose's reply is filled with certainty. At the entrance of the Easter Tower, Avernus. What's the matter? I'm wiping your ass for you, Grey. You should be grateful. I'm not in the mood to argue with you, Bramidby. I also have no idea how to say the name. I know that it's an ancient name, but I have no idea how to say it. Bramid... Oh. I don't know. Ah, yes, of course. After all, I'm not the one who led them to Avernus. You should know this place has never been exposed ever since it was built, right? Congratulations, Grey. You've made history. Who knows if your precious teacher can protect you this time? I wonder, what will Father say, Grey? You're even more laughable than usual, Brummett. I've read about cliched characters like you in stories, but I didn't think I'd get to meet one in real life. Go ahead and mouth off now, Grey. You won't be doing that for very long. This is Ashley, Big Sister Brummett. Big Sister Nemron has received your results. They responded quickly, otherwise I could have gotten more out of them. Big Sister Nemron said, don't bother. It is sufficient. I will now relay the latest news to you. Transmitting files. Data file so-and-so. Target designations confirmed. Architect. Gauger. Row. Sub 2. UMP45. UMP9. Mona. Rhino. QBZ. In an instant, all the data on all the intruders are loaded into the virtual cognition images. The level of detail is even more stunning than when they first saw XMA's data. The action logic and weaknesses of every single one of these dolls have been highlighted. These are the details provided by all the pervasive beasting. By the all-pervasive beasting. As an infiltrator who once lurked in human society to gather information, Grey feels a chill run down her spine at that moment. How terrifying. Architect and Gauger. Are they the 2 on the tower platform? Narcissus can handle them easily. UMP45 and 9 are the ones providing support. The group from the start seems to be planning to land directly on the Bridge of Judgment. Shall we go there now? Do as you like, I'm not interested in... A massive explosion interrupts Bramit. Both of them look toward the source of the sound. Roll? They can't possibly get here so fast. Grey's eyes narrow. Looks like you weren't thorough enough. As Bramit looks on hatefully, Grey raises her hand to signal the troops beside her. Wipe out the intruders. Tell me, who is it? I need to know. I'm pretty sure that I know. My guess it's AN-94 and AK-15, but I'm not certain. 207,000. Sure. 999,999 again. Okay, alright. That's not the button that I wanted to click. Not the button I meant to click on. Combat summary. Hold until Wolfpack squad arrives. I see. Okay, it's a hold-on mission. I'm gonna be honest. Looking at these power scores, I don't think there's much to hold out against. They're gonna absolutely wipe the floor with my units. Jesus Christ. Alright then. Okay, it's a 2-turn objective. It's gotta be fine. It shall be fine. Also, if it is AN-94 and AK-15, they are going to be pissed. For very valid reasons. Okay. Squad Wolfbang has arrived. Obtain the battlefield effect Swift Preparation. All enemy on the lower floors have increased in levels. Increased in levels? Enemy units have broken into the lower levels. They'll be here in no time. They're not on the list. Who could they be? And how did they climb all the way up here without being detected? Grace Frown deepens as the sound of explosions draw nearer. Well, whoever they are, it doesn't change what we have to do. Well, you're quite the talk at times like these. Where are you going? I have other things to do. This is your problem, remember? After watching Bremerby make a leisurely departure, Grey turns away without a word. It doesn't matter. Besides, she's more than capable of taking care of some scum. Counting on Bromid, ha, well, that's the joke. Hey, would you look at that? It's AK-15 and A94. However, seize. What do we need the explosives for? The big guys. That one back there. Start up. Oh wait, no. Cancel. Suddenly, all the enemies seem to be significantly weakened. Except for that one. And, well, those two over there. Even you are a bit of a pushover now. Do. Yes. Go and fight them. Task Forceify is not quite a thing anymore, but, you know, close enough. Do, 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 do. Sees this one as well. Now that guy back there, that one's a tough nut to crack. Are there any rewards for defeating you? Nothing special. There's absolutely no reason to do that. Okay. Well, you go fight these guys then, I guess. Just because you can. Blap, 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 blap. Ah, I see. So I'm just gonna blow up the stars. It's fine. I don't even think I have to kill Grey. I think I'm just supposed to capture that radar. Yes, stand on the thing that is mined. And ready to blow. That's a smart idea, friendo. I still want to kill Grey, so I will kill Grey. But I don't have to. The only annoying thing is that they're capturing my teleports, which then means that I have less moves per turn. And the good thing is that these guys deal a shitload of damage. Let's pull up 45. It's entirely possible that they're just gonna kill them. Because, yeah. Again, these guys have a lot of firepower. And they don't exactly seem to be taking a lot of damage in return. I guess you'll go one to the right. One down here. Just lure her closer to UMP, because I can guarantee that they'll beat her ass. I don't know about Squat Wolfpack, and I don't know what happens if I lose them. It's probably fine, but I don't want to put too much faith into that. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. If they retreat, I lose. Which is bad. Surprise. And the turn here. Oh, that might be bad on that. I mean, hey, as long as Grey dies first, you know. Oh boy, that's a big raid. Hey there, Diana Smithy. How are you doing today? And let me give you a shout out. If I can actually figure out how to type your name. Very sorry, yeah. I think that's correct. Playing Warframe. Just got done playing Warframe with friends. Ah, I see. Well, it is quite funny that you're here. I mean, I will probably continue a little bit further, but hey. Hi there. Welcome. I'm TV. And I'm about to absolutely get obliterated by this squad attacking mine. Maybe. This is going surprisingly well in my favor. Not exactly sure how that happened. That was a squad with 890,000 strength, while mine has 35,000. So that was weird. But hey, I'll take it. Hi, though, I am TV. I stream basically every day of the week, and I usually stream whatever the fuck I want to. Today, I'm streaming Ghost Frontline, as you can see at the moment. Because there's a story event going on, and I really want to play through it. It's also a very good story. What do I need to do here? Do I need to capture and hold it? Ah, I need to destroy all enemies on the map. That's fair. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That is not good at all. You have no rations, in other words, you will die if I fight with you. Oh boy. That's a problem. This is going to turn into a slight bit of a delaying battle. Because if you send your echelons into a fight while they have no rations, they're going to fight at 10% of their strength, which is not good. So it's time to bravely run away. To capture these two helipods and resupply. In other words, this is going to take a moment. It's not exactly planned to go this way, but it is what it is. Looks like a bit of a strategy. It's something. It's not exactly the strategy, or the kind of strategy that I would like to go for, but it's what I have to do right now. Unfortunately, this dickhead is also following us step by step. And even more unfortunately, I can't capture these with one squad on their own because they're entirely encircled by the enemy. So I need to bring up a second squad to capture the tile right next to it in order to have it not be encapsulated. Improvise, adapt, overcome. You're not entirely wrong. Okay, I don't need to move that other squad at the moment, because I can just move the first one. Very good, he's following us. Also, whenever you capture a helipod, you get 1 extra move per turn. So this is going to be a doubly good thing. Man, this is jank. This is not how this mission is supposed to go. But it is what it is, and it will work. Hey, look, they're resupplied. Fight and destroy. But yeah. I hope your stream was fun, though. I have to admit that I'm not the biggest fan of Warframe myself. It's not a game for me, but I do know a lot of people that do like the game and have played it a lot. So that's something. And I know that a lot of people have really, really liked that game in the past. Okay, so from my point of view, I should now just end the turn and win, right? Was that it? Yes, very good. Very good, very nice. It took way too long to finish the map, but that's just because I made a mistake. And almost committed to an even bigger mistake as the game crashes. Whoops. Ahem. Give me 1 moment as I restart it. The good thing is that the wind will still count, and we don't have to replay that in order to continue. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Back to the same thing. Next story bits. Old Rain. Bottom level, Avernus. A Strelid is trying to crawl away from around the corner, but a foot crushes its skull. The mountainous figure in the passage seemingly pays it no heed and looks up. A pair of savage crimson eyes sweep past the spiral staircase and peer through the sealed entrance, looking upward. Behind her are signs of explosions, bullet marks, and heaps of mangled flesh that are no longer recognizable as Paradise troopers. The enemy units on this floor have been completely neutralized. Grey. Nothing can stand in the path of this towering doll. She quickens her pace as she mutters the name to herself. She approaches the spiral staircase that clings to the inner walls of the tower and descends. She arrives at the heavy door and pushes it open wordlessly. Suddenly, a constrained field of vision opens up again. She strides into the new chamber before her, advancing in silence. Her footsteps echo endlessly within the dark and empty tower. The door behind her closes slowly with a mechanical noise. Deadbolts emit a mocking click as they engage. She comes to a halt. Her piercing gaze focuses on the person before her eyes. So it was you. This vast platform is like a Roman arena, where grey and white are pitted against each other. Grey's lips curl into a grotesque smile as she peers at this point. This poor unfortunate solo has just entered the fighting pit. Puppy needed attention. Yeah, pet the puppy. Warframe is not for everyone, but you love the shit out of it. Yeah, for me the combat system is just... It just wasn't for me. Third-person games in general, or third-person shooters in general, are not necessarily up my alley. There are some that I enjoy, but not that many. So yeah. It was good that you had a good time, though. What's that? Are you fighting all by yourself again, AK-15? AK-15 watches Grey without saying a word. Her electronic eye starts scanning the surroundings for danger from under her banks. Don't worry, Ramid has gone to take care of your remaining friends. Right now, it's just you and me. AK-15 exhales heavily, as in relief, or rather in regret. Right now, it feels as if she'd returned to that old mansion, but this time, both her arms are intact, and the primary weapon is fully loaded. Her bloodthirst is palpable. Do you want a rematch, then? She does not respond to Grey's smile and question. I see you're not in a chatty mood. Alright then, it's not like I don't understand. From the depths of the shadows, a scorpion tail with a massive gleaming blade at the tip slowly rises with a smooth clicks of mechanical joints actuating. Its keen edge is pointed directly at AK-15's abdomen as it flicks back and forth in a taunting manner. AK-15 lowers the center of gravity and adjusts her footing. She is like a knocked arrow and ready to launch at any second. Really what was going on while watching, but the speedy movements and bright colors were nice. The speedy movement is actually my main problem with it. I'm not the person for super fast shooters, but more like the tactical variety. Or the kind where you can just fun dicking around like the old Battlefields. Operation Anus. Phase 1, 100% complete. Phase 2, 100% complete. Phase 3, 40% complete. Phase 4, 20% complete. Phase 5, 0% complete. Main hall, Vernus. There are new intruders? Yes, Big Sister Grey has engaged the enemy. Nemron frowns and looks back at the statue. So some of the intruders are unaccounted for, and we know nothing of their identity or whereabouts. Nemron snorts unhappily. Ashley can't help but shiver. Expand the search radius to the neighboring outposts. Understood. After receiving orders, Ashley repeatedly nods in acknowledgement. Big Sister Nemron? The surroundings are suddenly filled with an odd silence. Somewhat confused, Ashley peers up nervously. The hall is empty. Nobody's there other than Ashley, who's still standing in place. On the Bridge of Judgment. Bang. As a series of explosions engulf the platform below, two airborne aircraft land on the bridge on level 35 at an extremely tricky angle before coming to a halt in a somewhat precarious position. There's one door on the leading aircraft and two in the second one. A total of 3 doors land on the bridge. They use the two aircraft as cover and hold the guns at the ready while staying close, each looking in a different direction. Number 9 going in. The west side is a good line of sight. No enemy units were spotted. Number 2 going in. There's a closed door on the east side. No enemy units were spotted. Number 1 going in. Nitrogen to Umbrella. We have reached our destination. No enemy units are sighted at the moment. Over. Umbrella copies. The Wolfpack is fighting Grey. We've lost track of Plummet. Beware of electronic warfare. We'll link up later. Over. Nitrogen copies. Understood. We will report immediately if we encounter Rabbits. Now reporting to... preparing to move over. Is this gonna be just a series of rematches? Because Mona has faced Rabbit before? According to the news I received, if I'm not mistaken, she ought to be moving towards the Western Tower. Otherwise she wouldn't have left Grey, who's guarding the Eastern Tower. Please be careful. Understood. Have a good night. Take care, and thank you very much for the raid. I will admit that I'm probably not going to be streaming for that much longer, but yeah. Thank you very much for coming over here. Have a nice evening. Take care. Number 9, check out the door to the east. I need vision. Understood. Number 9 puts a gun behind her and takes the peep scope. Optics online. Near left side is safe. Obstacle on the left, 45. 90 open, one-shot door. Right 45, wall safe. Near right safe. No traps, no enemy units. I suggest we break down the door and proceed down to the left side. Roger. Number 2, checkpoints. I'll open the door. Check for traps. We'll proceed down the left side. Number 9, close the door. Then seal off the one straight ahead of us. Received. Understood. Mona nods and carefully pushes open the door with the barrel of a gun. Number 9, can you see any traps behind the door? Copy. No traps. Copy. Preparing to open the door. 3, 2... Wait. Behind 3 of them, a crisp sound suddenly drifts over from the distance. All 3 guns come up at once. The footsteps come to a halt at the end of the bridge. The newcomer gazes coldly at the 3 doors in the wide open bridge, which has no cover. The woman does not seem concerned in the least about the guns. It's as though they weren't pointed at her. Squall Nitrogen, what happens? Umbrella, we're cancelling the meetup. Going to Plan C. All 3 of you are here. Very good. Nemron looks icily at the trio before her and inclines her head. Well, do I go for this mission? I want to. I want to know what that picture is about. Yes. Yes. Just a little more. Just a little more. Particle shockwave cannon, okay. 25,000, 999,999, of course. What is my goal? Bombard Nemron. Nemron reaches the command post to the... Okay. If she reaches that side, we lose. So what, we take over the cannons and just bombard the shit out of her? From what I understand? Una más. What? Huh? I am awfully confused about that sentence because I have no idea what it means. One more. I see. I see. Oh, well, I need to quickly repair the squad. There we go. Start the operation. 4 moves. So... Damage a selected enemy within a radius of 5 for 100% of the current HP. This damage is ineffective against bosses. Okay. Well, it's probably not going to be ineffective against you, because I need you to use that against... Need to use that against you. There we go. Time to destroy all of these Nitos. Blip. Fuck you, Naito. This is fine. Okay. I seem to have broken the music. Which is, something. I can spawn more squads, which is good. Unless we will spawn in the big one. First order of business, get more moves. Very good. IWS has cleaned house. Very nice. End the turn. Kind of area without the be. Yeah, it is. I do have to agree. It's got a bit of an eerie feeling. Oh hey, somebody looking. Somebody ran into the big one. That's their own fault. Unfortunately, they have to reload. Okay. There you go. I was about to say, why aren't you moving? Yeah. The platform that I played this game through is not ideal for it, but it does work. Go on, IWS. Bang. She has moved, which is a problem. That does mean I have to kind of hurry a little bit. The enemy will grow in strength with every round. Oh, great. Of course. Hello? Oh, there's no connection there. That's annoying. Okay. Alright. Let's go with this for the moment. That's some really annoying enemies. That's some really annoying enemies. The fact that they jump out of your range and then attack you is, yeah. Not very fun to deal with. Seize the cannon, yes. Yes, I will pause the plan. Fire. Mona takes the first shot and number 9 follows suit, firing a few more rounds in the direction where Nemrin evades. Okay. Got her. Hang on. That's... What is that? Amidst the smoke from the explosion, a greyish-white figure suddenly soars through the smoke and rushes into the sky. She can fly? So the wings aren't just decoration? Adjust your strategy. Don't get careless again. Roger. Okay, so I need to fire the cannons twice. Which should be easy, because she is now alerted to her presence, and is proceeding our direction. Which just makes that easy, honestly. Sure, let's spawn in Intruder. Not Intruder. We don't have Intruder, which is sad. No. We have Agent. Which is pretty good. I like Agent. Jump to the teleport, please. And the turn. That might have been a mistake in retrospect. Because the enemies increase in power. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, dealing damage is kind of difficult here right now, it seems. Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I should not have done that. I mean, we're still going to clear the map with no problems, but yeah. Attack Nemrin. Bang. Did that do anything? I don't think that did anything. I mean, 42k is within expected range of a boss. I'm sure it will be fine. Oh, I need to capture the other one as well. Yeah. Execute plan. It is time to start blasting. Bang. Okay. Seize the cannon. Seize the cannon. There we go. Can't attack the unit that I want to, but it's fine. Cancel. So we have both of the cannons. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The strengths of the squads are matched, so I'm sure it's fine. Well, the seems to have worked for the moment. Okay. She escaped at half health, but... Oh. Okay, she just jumps back. Okay. I have the feeling that on the higher difficulties, that's gonna repeat a few times. IDW, Tanya! Yes, I know. Shut up. Shush! Fucking cat. Target is airborne again. What the hell? She can fly? No. Number 9, it's suppress the fire. Flapping her long wings, Nemron leaps effortlessly up into the air. Her movements are so agile that the three dots all struggle to take aim. Countless speckles of what looks like starlight waft through the air with each flutter of her wings. Ah! Ryder suddenly lets out a cry in pain and cradles her head, halting her attack. Number 2. Cyber attack. Number 9, maintain suppressive fire. 1 and 2, keep your distance. Mona raises a weapon and directs a barrage at Nemron, who is gliding through the air. The microelectronic disruptors she ejects keep assaulting Mona's neurocloud, but she isn't as weak as she used to be. Ugh. Correction, they all use explosives. There are no obstacles to give them any cover on the bridge. Well, they are sitting ducks to the knights who are circling above them. Rolling up to Rhino, Mona throws a smoke grenade and shields Rhino with her own body. Sorry, Mona. Slowing the team down. It's not your fault, so calm down. Focus on the fighting and interference. You can do it. Number 9 tosses her only spare amplifier to Rhino. We've been trying to reach you about your doll's extended warranty. God damn it. Take the signal amplifier. It will stabilize your own signal and negate the enemy's interference. Thank you for lending me your bunny, number 9. Watch out, she's swooping in. Number 9 raises the weapon without hesitation. Wait, number 9! Don't waste your ammo. That's a decoy. Just before she puts the trigger, Nemron's figure flickers and vanishes into thin air. What the heck is that? Optical camouflage. Number 9 mutters in disbelief. Here she comes again. Dodge. Nemron re-emerges once more into the air. Countless small feathers with metallic glints come raining down again with every nonchalant beat of her wings. What is it this time? EM interference, electrocution, explosion? Mona bites her lip and lifts her weapon with her back against the Rhino. Mona, we could use some help here. Number 9 grits her teeth and tries to take aim, but she simply cannot keep up with the figure flitting through the air. Don't rush. Watching the knights soaring back and forth, Mona's heart sinks. Not only can she fly, she can also become invisible for short periods of time through optical camouflage. These microelectronic components she's ejecting are multifunctional. From what they've seen so far, they can be used as jammers, tasers, and explosives. Mona, we can't break through. We're roast duck being cooked on a spit right now. Minus Neurocloud is racing. Our attacks seem completely ineffective against her. Throughout the fight, they've been tied with one-sidedly. But why? It's been 5 whole minutes, but why has she still not killed them? Maybe it's not that she doesn't want to, but because she can't? Nitrogen to Umbrella. Nitrogen to Umbrella. Umbrella copies. We're being pinned down by the unknown high-ranking knights mentioned in the intel. We are completely at her mercy, but we haven't taken any fatal damage yet. My guess is she may not be capable of making lethal attacks. The explosion on the ground is clearly discernible even from great heights. Maybe we should link up with Ferrum? If we work together, we may be able to last longer. Hold on. According to the information you sent, Nemrin mostly plays the role of support and interference. You could probably take her on when she's alone, but once she pairs up with Narcissus, I dare not imagine how you'd fare against the two of them. It actually works to our advantage that they're separated. We only lasted this long because they've been keeping them busy. Don't give away this advantage. If a knight capable of both physical and EW attack work together with Narcissus, we won't stand a chance even with 2 more companies. You're right. We would be wiped out in one fell swoop. Which is why you must do the opposite, Nitrogen. You must keep her at the bridge at all costs. I understand. Mona looks up and meets Nemrin's contemptuous gaze. Slow down. Small feathers fall like heavy snow and explode all around the dolls. Now we're stuck being garnished with caramelized sugar. Are we really leaving the search completely to Umbrella? This is the only thing we can do right now. Mona raises her weapon and steals herself. Have faith and roll. Operation Anus. Phase 1, 100%. Yes, okay. Plan C in progress, I see. In the outpost near Avernus. Team Nitrogen offline. We've lost Team Nitrogen signals. I'm trying to boost the comms. They're currently in an area with a particularly strong interference. The Anus. I guess that's kind of close. God damn it, Classic. Why did you have to? God fucking damn it. 45. Hush 9, you need to rest. Under the constant hum of the apparatus, the feeble UMP-9 straightens up with great difficulty. Next, UMP-45 is anxiously trying to stabilize the conference room's network. What, you had? Yes, yes. Are you kidding me? We spent so much time on this set of equipment. Can't it take a little strain? As if in protest of UMP-45's complaints, the electrical hum gradually grows louder. Her fingers freeze when she suddenly realizes it isn't because of a problem with the signal reception that the equipment is making this noise. 45. UP9 has also came to the same realization. She musters whatever strength she can. That sound is coming from outside. 45. Keeping herself carefully behind cover, 45 starts scanning for the source of the noise with her eyes. It's Bramit. Several aircraft fly past the low altitudes and circling around the area just above them. A number of trucks carrying Paradeus falls are also slowly approaching them from the distance. We've been discovered, Umbrella. What? How much longer do you need? Not too long, Unicorn. Our support will be here soon. She'll take the western tower while we search the eastern tower. This will be over very soon. Good grief. UP-45 knows exactly what Ro means. She looks up at the 9 in front of her. She's already picked up a weapon. I'll do my best to buy you more time, Ro. That said, even if we give it all, and by all I mean our lives, I doubt we can keep them busy for too long. Do you understand that? Understood. Targets detected. Intruders identified. UMP-45, UMP-9. 45. We'll search the eastern tower. The western tower is yours. Understood. There's a high-ranking knight that we haven't been able to capture over there. Bramit. M16 mutters with a sneer. I never thought I'd ever run into someone with the nerve to screw with me via electronic warfare. Your only hope. This is our last chance. Please, Ferrum, Unicorn, and Nitrogen won't last much longer. Okay, I didn't expect 16, but I don't know why not. A familiar figure suddenly joins M16 on the spiral staircase. M16 glances at her companion. What are you looking at me for? This place is creeping me out. I'm covered in goosebumps. Let's pick up the pace. The faster we finish the job, the sooner we'll be out of here. Don't you have anything useful to say? Let me think, alright? Since we're short on time, we should split up. I want you to check out these areas. Without pausing to let Beak speak, M16 pulls out a map and marks out certain areas for her. Don't tell me you worried I'd fall under our control. I mean, it would be a problem if I had to take on 2 instead of 1. You're always so full of yourself. With a smirk, M16 leaves a very disgruntled Beak behind. But even though Beak clicks her tongue in annoyance, she still stays behind the beaten and watches as M16 takes off. Like a black spectre, M16's figure is gradually swallowed by the shadows as she strolls into the tower. Task Force ANS registration complete. Black box. At the entrance of the western tower, Avernus. With another loud gunshot, another black nitro hits the metal floor. An empty shell bounces off the ground, and the boot steps on the nitro's corpse as the door flits up the spiral staircase. She is in a hurry, as evident in her quick pace. The moment M16 rounds the corner, the unnerving alarm goes off. Soon, all the alarms in the entire western tower start blaring. The cacophony is headache-inducing. I hate this accompaniment. She destroys all the alarms along with the lights in the corridor. Only the lab in the very center remains illuminated. That one light flickers as if in mockery. Then comes a torrent of electronic interference. M16 stands rooted to the spot in silence. In the corridor where all is still, an invisible battle has begun. Her opponent is an expert in electronic warfare. After crossing swords briefly, M16 is even more certain of that. Still, when initiating an attack from that kind of distance, if she can't gain a decisive upper hand, then the damage she does will be only negligible. M16 raises the weapon and advances slowly. Even she knows very little about Brammet. But no matter what, she cannot leave an EW specialist at large. According to the intel she has, Brammet is highly skilled in electronic warfare, but she doesn't have much physical combat capability. At the very least, while she was fighting State Second, the commander, her performance wasn't anything extraordinary. Her previous encounter with Brammet at the abandoned plant also leads her to the same conclusion. I find it hard to believe she would ever operate on her own. The defenses I have come across so far are almost pathetic. She does not fear enemy, but that doesn't mean she underestimates them. Brammet is no fool. If she's putting up much resistance, if she isn't putting up much resistance, then she must be up to something. Inside the lab, the dripping of water seeping through the ceiling is clearly audible. M16 is on high alert, watching out for Brammet's attack, which could come any time. How would you do this? She is just contemplating the possibilities when she freezes in her tracks because of an unexpected sight. She gazes at the open door at the end of the long corridor through the sight of her rifle. Let's say up too late. What's with the nicknames, Classic? That's the second time that you've given me a really weird nickname. And I know that I've worked on Mora, I'm very well aware. Tap. The figure dressed in white is completely exposed. She appears before M16 just like that, all alone, brazenly, and starts strolling up towards her. The figure slowly walks to the entrance of the lab and puts herself on full display with the light shining from behind her. M16's trigger finger twitches involuntarily. Impossible. How could it be you? Dressed in a white gown, RPK-16 comes to a stop and studies M16 with a hint of a smile. Everything's possible. Never say never. RPK stands before M16. She smiles casually as if meeting an old friend. Here she is, armed with a machine gun, her long gaudy dress dragging on the floor. She is all by herself in the middle of the lab, with an experiment module filled with medical formulation bubbling behind her. You mustn't go any further, M16. You should stay here. You're not the one I'm looking for. But you're the one I've been waiting for. Well, sorry. M16 destroys the door with a grenade and kicks it down. Then with her weapon raised, she enters the lab. They will only keep a single Griffin doll. All the remaining ones will be executed. If you stay here, you can have the spot, you know? That's not my plan. Also, don't act all familiar. We haven't even met before, have we? We have? You're simply not aware of it. I've met you many times before. M16 eyes RPK in silence. Paradise ever get their hands on them fall? Is this what they'll do to her as well? Oh. 16 pulls the trigger and bullets spray forth, smashing the medical containers along with the large lab equipment. RPK vaults through the air gracefully and returns fire from behind the metal lab bench. M16A1's performance in battle is certainly outstanding. Although the specifications of her body are slightly inferior to the dolls of Task Force Defy, her wealth of combat experience is more than makes up for it. You've got some skills. The confined lab cannot withstand the fight. Spill chemicals volatilize and mix, producing a nauseating odor. They are both on tight schedules. M16 can't afford to waste any more time on RPK. But she cannot get to the door to the other side without going past her. While assessing each other's situation, they spring into action simultaneously. As the warning klaxon blasts, the heavy metal gate starts coming down, blocking an entry to the staircase leading to the upper levels. The gate isn't closing particularly fast, but M16 won't be able to slip through before it shuts. She is tempted to leave RPK behind and just run for it, but she can almost sense the ominous threat that once overcame an AAO-2 Sinner piloted by the Soviets. Leaving her back vulnerable to RPK is far too dangerous. The metal gate is now completely down, and silence fills a small lab. M16 looks coldly at RPK, who is all smiles. That's when she notices that RPK's body seems to be under some kind of restraint. Don't waste my time. You won't want to go back, M16, I promise. This will be the last conversation before the fight begins in earnest. RPK's body is anchored to the spot on the ground via a long cable, and M16 is less than 50 meters away from her. She has an overwhelming advantage in either gunfight or close quarters combat. She makes a choice, but changes her mind very quickly. Force field. M16's bullet is immobilized mid-air by an invisible barrier. Meanwhile, RPK lifts a machine gun and unleashes a barrage on M16. Forced to evade to the line of fire, M16 dives behind cover. Is this what it means to be on one's home turf? They're extended fortifications that RPK can utilize freely. Just the force field that came out of nowhere alone is making the fight a lot harder. It's been a really long time since she last ran into such trouble. CQC it is. She is confident that she can quickly subdue her opponent once she's close to distance. The question is, how does she do that? Operation Anus. Yep. How does one dodge LMG fire for 50 meters? Remember, these aren't humans. Superhuman reflexes, superhuman body structure, and the likes. Phase 5, unexpected developments. Traitor 1. However, I think this will be where I end my stream today. It's been a good stream, and I will definitely continue playing this soon. However, probably not tomorrow. Will I continue tomorrow? That is a question. I think I'll continue this tomorrow and play Yakuza on Thursday. And for Wednesday, I'm gonna have to ask someone something. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly check who I can raid today. Who's live? There's quite a few people. Okay. Harlequin, hi, and welcome to my stream. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm about to end my stream. However, I just want to say that one of the people that I'm following is playing a game called Super Lesbian Animal RPG, And I have no idea what that means. This is a combination of words that I did not expect to ever see. In other words, let's go say hello. I'm gonna raid them. Whatever. Let's go. You shall see in a second, I guess. This is something. The name is sure something. Well, I'm gonna end my stream here. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with more Girls Frontline, actually. I've decided now. Tomorrow's more Girls Frontline. Now you know. Wednesdays are still up in the air, what I'll be doing this Wednesday. And on Thursday, I'll be playing Yakuza. So, have a good night. And I hope you enjoy your evening. Bye.